A18, not A16. This is, remember how we had like that Z table? This is a T table. And it's actually way easier to read than the one on A16. So, right now, let's see, for number 3, the degree of freedom for this one is 15 because the n was 16, so you just subtract 1. And then I'm going to grab my trusty statistics book. I know you have one as well. And you're going to go to page A18, which looks something like this. Okay. So, do you see how it says DF right here? That's degree of freedom. And then it's super easy to read. Ignore this one-tail, two-tail nonsense. That'll be hypothesis testing, which is next chapter. Instead, we're just going to look at that level of confidence on the top. And for this problem, it said that we were doing a 95% confidence interval. So I'm looking at that middle column, and then I'm going down to 15. That is 2.131. You should probably pause the video right now to make sure that you know where I'm looking. So let's see, again, that was 2.131 for the T sub C. It's the critical value for a T distribution. All right, number 4. Step 4 is to find the margin of error. This formula looks just like the other one we did, except for the Z sub C is replaced with a T sub C, and the sigma is replaced with an S. So, find my margin of error. I'm going to go down here, use that formula. So E equals 2.131 times 10 divided by the square root of 16. I figured that out of my calculator, and that is 5.3. Again, if I'm going too fast for you, just stop the video. You have the power. Use it. Use your power. Wisely, though. Okay. Next, you've got to make your confidence interval. It's going to look like a TIE fighter, like usual, with a... That's supposed to be a TIE fighter sound, in case you were wondering. Feel free to show that to everybody. X bar goes in the middle, and then you add the error on this side and subtract the error on that side from your X bar. Okay, so number 5, let's see, I've got a confidence interval like this, and my middle number is that X bar, which is 162 degrees Fahrenheit. And then I'm going to add 5.3 on one side to get 167.3 and subtract 5.3 on the other side to get 156.7. All right. As usual, the last step is to make a conclusion, because that is what they're always going to want on the AP exam. That means you actually have to write a whole sentence. Whew, blech. Put it back in context. All right. So, number 6, I am 95% confident that the average temp of coffee in all, because I'm estimating for the population here, coffee shops is between 156.7 degrees Fahrenheit and 167.3 degrees Fahrenheit. And that's it. That's how you do a T confidence interval. Okay, so there's one more problem, example 2, and this is a good point for you to stop the video and to try it out yourself. I'm about to do it, so make sure that you stop the video and try this yourself to see if you can do it. Stop it, stop it, stop that video, pause it. Alright, so starting with step 1 again. This time, we're going to make a 90% confidence interval for the quality of our cow, used to be cow, pig drawings. for the whole school. We are assuming that the pig quality and hilarity grades are normally distributed in the school. Most people probably would be in the middle, and then you got some low ends on either side. But I guess, who knows? People could be harsh. I mean, probably would be, but anyway. We don't know sigma because we don't have a population, and it is definitely normal because I said it was right there. All right, step 2. Our n is 9 because there are 9 people that I made up data for. Our x bar was 5.9, that was from that first page, and s is 2.8. Number 3, we've got the degree of freedom. This one is 8 because that's 9 minus 1 is 8. And T sub C, if you look it up in your book, remember we're doing a 90% confidence interval this time. So a 90% confidence interval with 8 is 1.86. I know I'm going fast, but hopefully you already have it done at this point because you listened to my directions and paused it. All right, step 4. Step 4, we have to find the error. And the error is going to be that T sub C formula times S divided by the square root of n. So that is 1.86 times 2.8 on top divided by the square root of 9, which turns out to be 1.7. Okay. 5, got to make your TIE fighter. And let's see, the middle number was 5.9. That was the average score of my made-up data. And then we're going to add 1.7 on one side and subtract 1.7 on the other side. Okay, so 6, statement, I am 90% confident that the average score of pig drawings, I guess the average quality score of pig drawings of LHS is between 4.2 and 7.6. I'm excited to see your pig drawings, especially those of you in FFA. Man, hope you don't disappoint. I know you know what a pig looks like very well. Okay, there's a nice little graph down here, or I guess it's a chart, flow chart, that only has 2 things in it. But it's basically the only question between using the Z sub C, which is section 6.1, and this is 6.1, and this is 6.2. The only difference is whether you know sigma or not. Okay, your homework's right there. You can submit this online in Schoology. No, wrong list. Where are you? There you are. Okay, so make sure that you submit your homework, that you post your pig drawings on the discussion board, and please check your answers and make sure that you got it right. It will only give you the answers once you submit the homework. Post any questions, math questions you have for me on the discussion thread, and I'll be happy to answer them. Make sure that you ask good questions, please. Also, there is going to be a quiz tomorrow, and it is on 6.1. It's the only thing we're going to be doing on Wednesday, besides, of course, a modified Post-it Partners. Study up on 6.1. It is open note. You get to use everything, but you might want to look back at that note packet and make sure you remember what the heck we were talking about. All right. Well, I miss you guys a whole bunch, and I will talk to you later. Bye.